Well, hello friends, it is time once again for Olivia and my monthly thrift haul. We decided to go to Emilee and Ivy first. We'd gone to this little thrift store once before, although it's not little, it's huge, and it was overwhelming to us at that time because we didn't realize it was so big. We'd never been there before. So we decided that we were going to set aside a specific day that we would just go to Emilee and Ivy, or at least we'd go there first, spend as much time there as we wanted, and then if we had time, we could go to other thrift stores. So that's what we did. We went over to Emilee and Ivy today, and it's a really, really fun store. There's a ton of stuff in there. We were able to take our time. I think we spent, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half in there. We could have spent more time, but we were pretty much ready to go. We had gone through the whole store, but there was a ton of stuff in there, and I got quite a bit of things. Olivia bought a couple of things, but then after we left Emilee and Ivy, we did have a little bit more time, so we decided to go over to Twice Treasured 2 because they are real close to each other in a particular part of the town. And there was something specific I was looking for at Twice Treasured 2, and I found it, and they were on 50% off sale, so I was really happy about that. I'll show you that after the Emilee and Ivy haul. Then, if all goes well, I will show you how I have these items styled in today's video, but let's go ahead and get started. So, at Emilee and Ivy, I'll just start with the first item here. I found this wooden spool. I think it's really, really cool. I don't know if it was actually like meant for anything. It's got like writing on there. It looks like in Sharpie marker. I don't know what that means, but I paid $4.50 for it, and I was thinking of using it as like a riser to put something on. So that's why I picked up this spool, and I really, really like it. It's really cute. They had, that particular vendor had a ton of different spools, and the next time I go back, I will probably get some more because I really liked them and they're really cool. The next item was something that I debated about it for a minute, whether I should get it or not, because realistically, if I had the supplies, I could make this myself, but I don't have the supplies, and I probably couldn't buy the supplies to make it for less than what I paid for it. So Percy's playing with a toy. So I just went ahead and got it. It was $6, and it's this really pretty nest. What I liked about it is the fact that it's very neutral. It's not specifically for spring. It can be used for spring and summer and even fall. So I picked it up, really like it. It's made out of twigs with moss and then some fake eggs in it, and I paid $6 for it. I've said before that I'm trying to collect little trinket boxes to put along the top of my printer's tray, and I am kind of choosy about which ones I want. They have to be the right size to fit, and a lot of times trinket boxes are quite expensive, so I want them to be an affordable price and something that I like. Well, I saw this trinket box there, and I thought it was so cute with the little cherub on there, and it's very neutral in color. It was only $2. That was another big reason why I picked it up. And on the bottom, I don't think it's old or vintage or anything like that because it has a made in China sticker on the bottom, but it's by the brand Mud Pie. And on the inside, a lot of times they have trinkets in them, like little trinkets. I've never yet found a trinket box that actually still has the trinket in it. This one, however, does have a heart on the inside. So I don't know if this one had like a loose heart that was part of it, or if that heart in there was what they considered to be the trinket in this trinket box. But I love it, and I think it will look really cute up on my printer's tray, and like I said, it was only $2. Okay, so the next two items I got for 50% off because this particular booth had, if you buy one item, you get a second item of equal or lesser value for 50% off. I ended up when I got up to the checkout, I actually had 3 items from this particular booth, which I didn't realize. And so I went back and picked up a 4th item. So I got 4 items. 2 of them I got for 50% off. Of course, it was the least expensive items. So I'll show you, let me see here. I'll show you what I picked up for full price. This item I just debated about it, and I picked it up and set it on the shelf, walked around the whole store pretty much, and before I left that particular section, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put them in my basket, and if I don't find anything else that I like better, I'm gonna get them. And Olivia's like, you know, if you put them in your basket, you're gonna take them home. And she's right, but I debated about it because they were $18.50, which is really like high. I try not to spend, I like to spend less than $10 for one item, but I just loved these so much. They're made out of melamine plastic. They don't have any writing or anything on them, but they're measuring cups. They're an entire set of measuring cups, and they're geese or ducks. I think they're geese because of the long neck, or swans maybe. But it's the 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 cup, 1/2 cup, and cup. And I just love them, and I'm probably not going to use them. I'm probably going to use them for decor, but they get such cute little faces, and I just loved them. So I got this for full price. And then, let's see, I picked up this snuffer. This was the item that I went back for when I realized I only had 3 items from that particular booth. And so I paid full price for this one as well. And it was $8.50, which I didn't think was too terrible for a snuffer. It was kind of like a really quick decision because I was already up at the checkout. And so it's like, oh yeah, I like it. I had seen that snuffer there and liked it and put it back. So then the 2 items that I got for half price was, one was this cheese box. I absolutely love this. American Cheese Company, Seville, Ohio. This would have held a 2-pound thing of cheese, and it's got a handle, and I just thought it was really, really cute. And let's see, so because it's half off, I got it for $4.25. And I just loved it. And then the other item I got in there for half off was this swan basket. Now, you know I like to collect poultry shaped baskets, but they have to be unique and different. And I do not yet, before I bought this, I did not have a swan shaped basket. So I picked this up and I got it for $3 because it was half off. It's in perfect condition. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So I thought that was really cute. Then I picked this up because it says Japan, it's got Japan stamped on the bottom of it. I don't know anything other than that about it. And it was only $1, and it's a little tiny basket. And you know how I love to use little baskets in my decor. And since it was only $1, I couldn't pass that up. And then, believe it or not, I found another one of those Boyd's baskets with the wooden lid. This is not the same place that I picked up the other one that I bought in my last haul. And I think it was the same price, or it might have been 50 cents cheaper because I paid $4 for it. I think I paid $4.50 for the other one that I got at Twice Treasured. But this is exactly the same as the other one I had. So I couldn't pass that up. And then, you know how I love to collect little tiny kerosene lamps. And I saw this one. I don't have a blue one, or I didn't have a blue one before I got this. And it was $4. I got it for $4. And I will put this, I was like debating, should I put it with my blue glass or should I put it with my lamp collection? I think I'm going to put it with my lamp collection. So that was super cute. And then I think the last thing I got from Emilee and Ivy is this old vintage scoop. And I do believe it is vintage. It's very worn. It's rusty, and I don't think it's a reproduction, and I just thought it was really cute just to sit on a shelf, and I only paid $3 for it. So that is everything I picked up from Emilee and Ivy. Olivia did pick up 2 items. One of the items that she picked up, she saw it and she was looking at it, and I was thinking in my mind, if she doesn't get that, I'm gonna get it, but she decided to go ahead and get it. She paid $8 for it, and I think this would be so cool sitting on a stack of old books. And you know how much Olivia loves old books. And it's this pair of very, very authentically vintage glasses with the case. And she paid $8 for them. And then the other item that she picked up was also $8. It's this, it's just a toy bus, but she has plans for it. She's going to transform it, or at least try to transform it, into the van from Lost. So the Dharma van. If you have any idea about Lost, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Lost is one of her favorite shows, so she picked that up. All right, then we went over to Twice Treasured 2. Like I said, what I went in there for was more of these sewing machine drawers. When I had bought the other one that I showed in my last haul, I had gotten it from Twice Treasured, and the owner said, oh, this vendor has another stall at Twice Treasured 2, and he has more of those sewing machine drawers there. Oh, Percy's being a menace.
Stop it. No.
Okay, now he's got his toy. Maybe he'll be good. Anyways, she said he's got some more over there. Well, I didn't have time that day to run over there and look. And so I'm like, okay, if we're this close, if we go in there, I'm going to see if they're there. And lo and behold, they were there, and they were on 50% off. And I didn't know, there were 4 of them there. And I'm like, okay, Olivia, should I get 2 of them or should I get 3 of them? And she's like, well, if you don't get 3, you're going to probably wish you would have later. So I got the 3, and then I'm like, well, there's no point in leaving that last one just sitting there on the shelf. So I ended up getting all 4 of them. I think I know where I'm going to put them if it works out. Scott is going to put some hangers on them for me, and I'm going to hang them on the wall and use them as shelves. But they were $5 a piece. That's why I'm like, I can't leave those behind. They're only $5. And then I bought 2 other things from Twice Treasured 2, and they were also $5. So everything I bought today was $5. The first thing is this brass. I think it's like a bud vase or an oil pitcher. I'm not really sure, but it was only $5, and I love to incorporate brass in my decor. I'll probably be using it on one of those shelves. I'm going to call them shelves, but they're the sewing machine drawers. We'll probably be incorporating that on there. And then I picked up, couldn't pass these up, these little miniature squirrels, a set of 2, and they were also $5. This one is hugging his tail, and this one is holding an acorn. All right, that is everything Olivia picked up something. She also picked up something from Twice Treasured 2. This was something she's been looking at every time that we've been there, and she's been wanting to get it, but it was never priced. So we talked to the lady that was working there, and we were able to figure out how much for her to pay for it. She paid $10 for it, but like I said, she'd been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and she really, really wanted it. And it's this little trinket box, but it is a music box, and it actually works, and it plays my Wild Irish Rose. So that is what Olivia picked up. All right, that is it for this haul. I will try to get these items styled, or at least some of them styled, so that will be coming up next in this video. So keep watching. It is the next day, and I spent several hours, like pretty much all evening last night, styling those sewing machine drawers. Scott had to help me with part of it, and I will show you that in a minute because I am over the moon happy with how they turned out. But let's go ahead and style that cheese box. I'm going to incorporate it in a new centerpiece for my table. So we're starting off here with basically a clean slate or a clean canvas, as you might want to say. And the first thing I'm going to do is put down a table runner. Now this is a table runner I got from Bell's. It used to be Burke's when I bought this, but they changed the name to Bell's, and it's like a washable material, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down first. I really like this tablecloth because it is washable. The one thing about it I don't like so much is that it's a light color, and if you have something like spaghetti, it will still stain it. So I still end up taking the table runner off the table on the days that we have food that's kind of going to be staining. What's going on? Stop it. Who's growling? Percy, go. 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 Outside. Go. Go in there. You stop that growling. Alright, so it doesn't look like it on camera, but that is straight on the table. It's kind of hard to get a good angle there. I think that's a pretty good angle. The first thing we're going to put down in the middle of the table is this tray. I think I got this at Goodwill, I think, a long time ago. Let's center that on the table, and as you can see, I've already put, because to be honest, I did a dry run on this centerpiece because it takes me forever to get it figured out the way I like it, and I wanted to share it with you, but I didn't want this video to have a bazillion edits in it. So I did do a dry run to see. I had it in my mind, but I just wanted to make sure that it was going to work out, and I did have to tweak a few things. So you're getting the final result of my efforts last night. But I did put some risers underneath the doily, and you'll see why in just a minute. So I've got my tray here with the base. And I really do suggest that you do that if you want to do a centerpiece, is do a dry run with it. Don't just say, oh, flop something on the table, and if it doesn't look right, just, oh well, that's the way it, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Just keep tweaking it and walk away from it. Walk away from it and do something else, and then come back to it, and you'll get all kinds of different ideas. That's why it took me hours last night to do the centerpiece and those sewing machine drawers, because I had an idea, I had a vision in my head, but it came out, it just took me a long time for it to come together. So anyway, the next thing I'm going to put on there is the cheese box. So the cheese box is going to just be centered to the back on top of those back risers. And then I'm going to put this egg plate in there. If I'm not mistaken, Kim from Schnauzer Mom sent this to me years ago. I know she sent me an egg plate, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that she sent me. It still has the hanger on it because I did have it hanging on the wall. I'm going to leave that hanger on there just because it helps give something for it to grip on in the box. It's not as slippery, you might want to say. So I'm going to put this plate in the egg box, and then I'm also going to put some greenery. I got this fern at Walmart. It wasn't the 98-cent stuff. It was like in the dollar something. So I'm just going to put that on there. And if you heard that sound, it was the springs on the back of the plate holder kind of grabbing a hold of the handle. So it makes it more stable and not gonna fall. Now with all your foliage, you want to fluff it. Your foliage, your flowers, they look so much better if you take the time to fluff them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this in here and probably fiddle with it a little bit. I'm gonna put one of the fronds under the handle. Percy is messing with the chair over there, if you can see it moving. for me to get anything done around here and actually concentrate, because he is just too much sometimes. Okay, so that's okay for now. I'm sure I will tweak it some more and fluff it some more, but that's just kind of in there for now. Now the next thing I'm going to put on there is this chicken basket. Sorry about Oliver. If you don't like barking dogs, this is not the channel for you, because I can't avoid it. So I'm going to put this basket here. And I was trying to think what I could actually put in that basket. I was thinking some old antique silverware or spoons would be cool, but I don't have any. Maybe someday if I find any when I'm thrifting, I could do that. But for now, I'm just going to put a doily in there just to add a little bit of femininity to it. If you know about anything about me and you've watched my channel for a while, you know in my vignettes I like to use like all kinds of textures and items. I like to incorporate glass or ceramics when I can, greenery, wood, metal. I like to incorporate all of those things. So, and I just think that when you do that, your displays just have so much more interest to them. The next thing I'm going to put on there is this box, and this I just got this at Dollar Tree, I believe. And I just stained it, and I'm going to use it as a riser. I'm going to put it over here in this corner, and of course another doily, just as a foundation to kind of like pull the item that I'm going to put on top of it kind of down to earth, you might want to say. And on top of it, I am going to put this gold rooster. I went around my house, and you'll see when I show you my other displays. I went around my house last night and just kind of like robbed from different areas of my home. I shopped my home, you might want to say, for things. This was just downstairs. It wasn't really being seen, and I thought it looked really great with this plate. I got this rooster at a place called Shannon's Attic years ago, and that business has unfortunately since gone out of business. But that's where I got this gold rooster. It just says made in Japan on the bottom of it, so you know it's kind of old, but I don't know anything else about it. I was going to leave it like that, but then I thought there's something needs to be here. Something needs to be here. And I looked and looked and looked all over my house, tried a ton of different things, and I finally came up with something that I liked. So let me show you what that is. I'm going to incorporate some of my Pioneer Woman, of course. So I wanted to get colors. I've got several different of these little ramekins, and I wanted to use a couple that tied the colors in. So I chose this yellow one, and one just wasn't enough, and I wanted to stack them, but I wanted the design on the second one to actually be seen. I didn't want them just to be stacked flush on top of each other. So I just took some paper towel and stuck it down in there, and trust me, you won't see it. And then this is the other one I chose. I thought about using a red one, but I liked the floral design on this one better, and it also goes better with the runner. It actually kind of matches the runner. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I was going to leave it just like that, but then I thought it needs something. I mean, what's a bowl with nothing in it, especially considering the chicken basket basically has nothing in it. So I have a bunch of these little miniature wooden fruits. And again, I'm incorporating another texture, more color, and another element of wood. Now the cheese box is wood, of course, but I just really like these little miniature fruits. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of dump them in there. Sometimes you can arrange them a little neater. And sometimes if you just dump them, it works out just fine. There we go. I think that looks cute. So that's it. That's how I decided to go ahead and style my centerpiece. Let me go ahead and go tweak the foliage off camera, and I'll bring you back and show you the final result. All right, there it is done. It probably doesn't look a whole lot different to you, but I did end up putting a piece of floral foam down in the box to stuff that branch into. I just couldn't get it to stay where I wanted it to.
And I don't know why it never occurred to me to use floral foam before, but like I said, even like the next day, I was tweaking it a little bit more. Little subtle things that most people don't even notice, but I do. And so I really am happy with how this turned out. So let me show you now where I put the little blue lamp, the little blue miniature kerosene lamp. It's just right up here. I have this little shelf that I keep all my little miniature creamers on, and I didn't mean to, but I started collecting little miniature kerosene lamps, and as you see, I have a white one, a green one, a red one, and now a blue one, and they're all different. That is milk glass. This one has a metal reflector dish on the back of it. This one has a little handle, like an old candle holder, and then that one is more just like a typical kerosene lamp, which you would think of. And I don't know, this is how my collections start. I see something I like, and then before you know it, I can see them all over the place, and then I end up collecting them. But anyway, that's where my little blue kerosene lamp went. And now let me show you where I put everything else that I bought yesterday, all in one display. The thing that took me hours last night to do. Here it is. From a distance, I will take you up closer and let you look at it, but this is in my dining room, and on this wall I had that picture. It was more centered and lower, and then right here on this side I had 3 egg plates hanging right in a row, and I liked that. And honestly, this is not where I originally intended to put these sewing boxes, but when I got them home, they didn't fit where I was thinking of where I was going to put them, and I couldn't find a place to put them, and I thought they would make a better or a bigger impact if I kept them all together. So I decided to just completely redesign this display on this wall, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It is so vintage, so country, and I just absolutely love it. So let me take you up closer and let you see what I did. First of all, the picture is Psalms 23, and my mother-in-law did that in cross stitch, I think. I think it's cross stitch, either that or embroidery. But anyway, let me take you up closer. What Scott did was he put the hangers on the back of the drawers for me, and he hung them on the wall. He made sure they were equally spaced and level and all of that. He just kind of made the vision come to life. Olivia helped out by gluing some popsicle sticks. I don't think you can see. Yeah, you can see them there on the back of the bottom, because they would not have hung flush to the wall because of the way the hangers are on it. So she did that for me, and then I just went around my house and found things that I really liked to put on here. And I know these will change over time, but this is how I have them for now. On this top shelf, I'm just going to call them shelves, I swiped this greenery actually from my bookshelves downstairs, so I'm going to have to find something else to put down there. I just knew I wanted some flowing greenery coming down off that top shelf, and it was already in that basket. That lamp is part of my amber glass collection. It was just right there, and I just moved it up there. And then those antique squirrels from my squirrel collection, and of course a doily, because I just love doilies. On this second shelf, I have that basket that I got yesterday for $1. I don't remember where I got this. Thrifting, I know, but I can't remember where exactly. And then I just had a couple of little wooden spoons. I'm going to be keeping my eye out for more little wooden spoons because I like that look. But I just feel like it needs a couple more. So I've got those. That greenery thing there I got at Dollar General. There's that Boyd's basket that I got yesterday. And then those two little toy figurines that I got Twice Treasured a few months ago. That
duck call was my father-in-law's. I got the little antique salt and pepper shakers, thrifting, as well as that cast iron chicken, thrifting. On this shelf here is the brass vinegar or oil or whatever bud vase thing I got yesterday, as well as the nest and the spool used as a riser. I've got the little brass bird. I can't remember where I got it. Thrifting. I know I got it thrifting, but I can't remember where. And then the little pill container, got that at Twice Treasured. Inside the box is another one of those little Boyd's baskets. One of the butter pats that my friend Carolyn sent me. It's the least quote-unquote Christmassy of them all, and I thought it would work fine in my decor. The little bird salt and pepper shaker set that I got at Twice Treasured. The candle snuffer I got yesterday. The little squirrels I got yesterday at Twice Treasured too. I just think that turned out super cute. And then over here on this last one is another one of those little greenery things I got at Dollar General. There's my melamine goose measuring cups. I decided to go ahead and split them up, leaving those two stacked together. And again, I stuck some paper towel down in there so that the other one would stand up a little higher. The little fake books I got at a garage sale, I believe, years ago. And then there's that antique scoop that I got yesterday as well. And then of course doilies sprinkled in amongst all of it. So that is how I styled those boxes, and I am absolutely loving it, and I am so glad that I bought all 4 of them. I really was kind of like, oh, should I buy all 4 of them? What am I going to do with all 4 of them? But I am so glad I bought all 4 of them. I just think that if I had just gotten the 3, I mean, I could have centered that picture lower and it probably would have looked okay, but I just love how this all turned out. All right, friends, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I'm giving you guys some inspiration for decorating your home. I watch a lot of thrifters. I watch my 3 favorite channels is Nicole Northgarden Thrifts, Thrilled Thrifter, her name's Julie, and then Donna from, oh, what is it? Oh, Creatively Southern? That doesn't sound right. I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, I get a lot of my ideas from those ladies, and I really love how, especially Donna, styles her home, and she's the one that inspired me to get the sewing machine boxes. She has some, and she put them on her dining room wall, and she has them styled with old things, kind of like I do. But anyway, I drew my inspiration from her and just kind of took it from there. And like I said, these will change over time, and as I buy things, as I find things at thrifting and garage sailing, I will put them in here and change things out, and it'll just be a fun thing that will just continue, a continuing thing, which is going to be so much fun. I had so much fun putting this stuff together. And I was so pleased with how it turned out. So anyway, that was a long conclusion to this video. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below which was your favorite item that I purchased yesterday, and let me know what you think of my design here on the wall. Some people will probably think it's too much, but I am not a minimalist by any means. Thanks so much, friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.